Good morning, it's Nancy today. I'm in town today. Now, I don't usually have to go to town except with a car. I go right to the stores and then I go home. But today I don't have a car, so I had to get a ride. And so I'm in town several hours ahead of time. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but let me show you where I am. Okay, so where I have to go is up there in that building. Now there's a Wendy's over there. And there's a few stores around there. But I really don't need anything, and I really don't want to spend money. So what I really wanted to do, because the leaves are changing, you see the beautiful leaves, I want to be with nature. Yeah, I brought my lawn chair along, because I find that when you have your lawn chair with you, no matter where you are, you're at home. You're really just right at home. That's your living room, you're there. Now look at this little spot I found. Now here we have parking lots and all that junk, but right here is this, they've taken cement here and they've gone around this culvert. And so the yard is separated by this cement, which is on the culvert, and a stone or two. And what is here where the water flows down, in between all these parking lots and the highway, are cattails. Just a few. Now look at this little area. And so you have quite a few cattails in there. Notice how many there are in those clusters. Oh, when the wind blows over, you can really see the cattails. And there's a few more on this side. And there's flowers growing here. See, nature wants to take over. Nature is determined to live, no matter what. Nature will take the whole planet back eventually. Nature is not, we don't have to save the Earth. The Earth is fine. It's us that might need saving. But when I'm in town like this and I have, a potentially very long, boring day, because I don't have a ride, I can find just a little bit of life and go to it. When I was in Miami once, years ago, I was a teenager and I was, I don't know the details. I just know I was surrounded by cement. There were buildings and cement sidewalks and roads. And there was nothing alive, no trees. There's people, and then I saw one tree growing in the sidewalk, had been planted there, and I was look, a tree, a real living thing. And I went over and I touched the tree. I wasn't going to hug the tree in public. I have my limits, But I just leaned against the tree just to feel its life, and just to feel connected to something that was living. That was sort of a metaphor for my life. That's how much nature means to me, that in a cement world it wouldn't work. And so this place, this particular spot I am, there's an intersection here, and there are, cars coming from that way, and all these cars parked this way, and it's not a place for people. It's really only a place for cars. It's sort of akin to being, I'm sorry I had you in the sun, I didn't mean to do that. It's sort of akin to being stranded in between a bunch of clover leaves in the highway. That little tiny square of grass in there, a little triangle. But even in those places, if you have time and you have to spend your time somewhere, if you can have your chair along, and I've got my notebook here, I've got my laptop, my little tiny laptop, and I've got book and pen and Sudoku, and I've got my camera, and I've got me and my mind. And so I can spend a lot of time just right here beside these cattails. And there's a lot I can learn from these cattails, you see. Let me put my bag down in my chair. Okay, let's look at these cattails, you see. I can look at, this one is broken off and it's starting to fluff away. Now this is this year's, you see it's green. I wonder if last year's are still here at all. You see, you can search around and find last year's and see what happened to it. Is that some of it down there? See how they're starting to open up, but these won't really open up until spring. Then they really open and fly away. But you see, if I want to, I can spend a lot of time looking and investigating this little place. You see, there's some water down here. Of course, there's a piece of garbage which I'll probably pick up, but there's probably some bird footprints in that bit of sand or mud. Anyway, I just thought I would share that with you because I'm sure that in your worlds you have places that are just cement jungles, and you have time that you have to stand there. There's a police officer sitting there in that car over there. It's a speed trap man. You can always recognize those speed trap cars because they don't have something about police cars. They don't have hubcaps. They don't have the proper hubcaps. Anyway, I could sit here and watch him and see how it works out for him. See if he makes a lot of money today, or there's a lot to see, lots to do. Okay, Nancy today.